Hey guys, what is up? Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency video. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. Major Tom on Twitter here, Major Tom XRP, September 11th, 2008. And now check this out, guys. This is a video of a rep, and he is speaking about back in 2008, September 11th, an electronic run on the banks. And I've listened to it a few times, and actually we have it right here as well, so let's just check this out. So he literally says this. All right, so he says, on Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning, the Federal Reserve noticed a tremendous drawdown of money market accounts in the U.S. to the tune of $550 billion was being drawn out in a matter of an hour or two. The Treasury opened up its window to help. They pumped $105 billion into the system as fast as they could and quickly realized that they could not stem the tide. We were having an electronic run on the banks. They decided to close the operation, close down the money accounts, and announced a guarantee of $250,000 per account, so there would not be further panic out there. That's literally what happened on September 11th in 2008. Now, if they had not done that, if the Treasury didn't open up and help, they literally estimate that by 2 o'clock that same afternoon, $5.5 trillion would have been drawn out of the money market system of the United States, and that would have collapsed, not only the U.S. economy but the global economy within 24 hours. That is unbelievable to consider. And again, right here, there's just some cool points. No one talks about this. Why? Who has that kind of capital? Market crashes are tools used by the elites to affect massive wealth transfer, political change, financial, monetary, systemic change. All right. So an 11-year anniversary right now, makes me, really, really wonder what's going to be happening in the future. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, today, but I'm just saying in the near future, we could see something similar to this. All right. Next, this is older news, but Bank XRP did want to point this out again. So Coinbase and Ripple both invest in Securities to tokenize the 7 trillion securities industry. And you might ask, okay, well, why is Ripple investing to help tokenize this $7 trillion securities industry? Perhaps so that they can, I'm speculating to be one of the key players or key choices in helping bridge and transfer these assets. Makes you wonder. And then right here in this article, the founder and CEO of Securities, Carlos Domingo, believes that moving securities on the blockchain will bring transparency and will facilitate instant transactions and settlements. He commented as part of the announcement that blockchain just happens to be a better way to deal with securities. The big opportunity is in digitizing private and public shares. And as always, every time I talk about whether it's, securities, stocks, you name it, with digital tokens, the benefits of asset fractionalization come to play. All right? So many benefits. It's simply where we're going to is a digital economy. It's happening in front of our eyes, guys. Like, this should not be, a surprise to any of us. All right, last one I'm going to be covering today, King Solomon at XRP_owl. So never forget Tata. So we got Tata, we got TCS Banks, and let me just kind of give you a little background first. So just so you know, Tata, we've covered them before. It's the Tata Consultancy Services, agency, and they're just a huge IT group based out of Mumbai in India, and it's a subsidiary of Tata Group, operates 149 locations, over 46 countries. It's global. Their assets, they have well over 16 billion. And along with that, they have over 400,000 employees. They're over 50 years old. You get the deal. And now TCS Banks, as I pronounce it, is a core banking software suite developed by Tata. And it's used by retail banks. It has all kinds of functions for universal banking, core banking, payments, wealth management, foreign exchange, money markets, compliance, insurance, securities, processing, custody, financial inclusion, different treasury operations. It can do it all. And so as we can see here, the TCS Bank has 25% of the global population. And now Tata's Quartz solution is Ripple enabled and allows seamless integration into the TCS Bank's connector. All right, so we got Quartz, facilitates DVP settlement of tokenized assets on the ledger itself, and the whole purpose is XRP and digital assets. And if you don't see that, this is logical speculation. Keep in mind, none of this is financial advice. We're simply connecting the dots, but let's take a look. So some of these screenshots here, the Quartz cross-border remittance solution enables banks' payment systems to connect to newer DLT-based infrastructure like RippleNet, literally named right there, for processing, cross-border, foreign exchange, remittance, literally the use case of XRP, and it's engaging DLT. All right, the Quartz gateway seamlessly connects TCS Bank's payment system to the blockchain-based platform using APIs, supports services related to FX quote finalization, debit and credit. You get the deal, all right? Next, as we can see here, their banking solution services more than 25% of the global population. Remember, why am I blanking? I should know this and I'm ashamed. But basically, when they were talking about, the actual impact of XRP, they wanted to consider essentially a wallet address or enough XRP for every single human being in the world. Was that Arthur Brito talking about, at least having 7 billion or 7.5 billion accounts? I'm trying to consider, I need to look back into that, and I'm so sorry I don't know that. But again, you look at this, TCS Bank's processing more than 1 billion accounts. And they're, name dropping Ripple, talking about RippleNet right here by setting up a private permission blockchain ecosystem, which allows market participants to operate as nodes. And then we got stock exchange and central securities depository, central banks, and they can be natural providers of an ecosystem. Talking about Quartz settlement, facilitating, and the DVP stands for delivery versus payment. So settlement of tokenized assets held on the ledger. Real-time, final, irrevocable settlements. Irrevocable, however you want to speak it, tomato, settlement of these assets on the Quartz blockchain ledger. Very cool to see that, a whole nother connector. And keep in mind, this is still speculation, but just to show you all these large groups literally talking about RippleNet, talking about integration, connecting these APIs with various forms and various services, just like Quartz, on all these ledgers. And this is where ILP will take place. All right. One of the many opinions, as I always say in every video, interledger protocol is not only essential to connect currencies, whether it's fiat, securities, precious metals, and any form of value, but any form of ledger. All right. And this is where this all coincides, whether it's an exchange or, some type of permissioned ecosystem like we might have here for some of their clients. All right, guys, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts down below, and feel free to correct me with anything I may have missed. But until next time, thanks.